Hey everyone, and welcome back to 20s3 Survival, our Cy-Borg live actual play. Um, Before we get into the interesting recap of what happened last week, mostly to catch Petra up because they weren't here, even though the Luddite was taken care of.
Oozing.
We are gonna play our intro video and then get into some sponsorship stuff. Hey everyone, welcome back. Before we get into our recap, get into promoting the help that I have on the channel. When we go around and do our introductions, tell them who you are, your pronouns, character name, and class. And we will start with you, Petra.
Hi, hello, hi. I am Petra Skelton. I play the Luddite. The Luddite's pronouns are she, they. My pronouns are she, they. It's real simple that way. They are I need to remember the amazing name of what their class is called. It is a burned hacker. They're having a great time. Everything's good. Definitely not spiked to a computer oozing. Gonna pass it to.
That sounds like a good time to me. I don't know what you're talking about, Eddie.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie. My pronouns are he, they. I am playing Lex, whose pronouns are they, them, and we are a shunned nanomancer.
Perfect. Anastasia.
Hi, I'm Anastasia. Pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Soma today. We're Muscle Mommy. We are also a she, her. And we're having also a really good time tasting all the things, all the liquids, all the ooze. And we're playing a discharged corp killer.
Perfect. And Gus.
I'm Gus. I'm playing Floyd, both he, him, Forsaken Gangoon crime cleaner. Really wondering why I'm in a fight. Yeah.
Perfect. And of course, I'm Paige. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing specifically, I guess, the mother, as well as our friendly, not threatening giant robot that you guys are about to face off with. And then, of course, before we get into our recap, we have wonderful help on the channel from James, Kieran, and Bree, who do our maps, character art, and intro video respectively. So all of their stuff is in the chat, so please go give them a follow if you are not already. But Anastasia, why don't you recap what happened last week?
Nothing at all. It was so lovely. Sunshines and roses. We started with Lex having been separated from the group, alone in the apartment, coming into a room with screens where maybe he was hoping to have, they were hoping to have a conversation with Dionysus, but ultimately ended up having a conversation with Mother, who entered into their brain and gave a little more, I guess, backstory as to what Mother might be. We learned that the chip is not the only thing wanted from that building, that she was also desired as well. Then, having to run over, catch up with us in the tower, entering the tower, you entered seeing the Luddite hacked into a computer, blood oozing, tang oozing. And then we cut to Soma and Floyd together and then separated in a hallway. Floyd entering a room where he got some video logs of what had kind of previously happened in this laboratory. There was a scientist on a screen with, I don't even know how to describe it, like bodies in cases basically behind him, one broken, and the scientist was saying, you know, whatever had reached out was, or whatever we reached out to was reaching back. We then cut to Soma, who also came into a room filled with computers and hoping to maybe get a little bit more information on Sozone itself. Ultimately ended up getting also attached to a computer through a spiky mouse. It was super fun, connecting with Mother even more, not, you know, attacking my mommy problems. And we got a little bit into Soma's tragic backstory with flashes of war, flashes of missions, and then flashes of her open on a table, guts hanging out in front of her. Eventually, the three of us, Lex, Floyd, and Soma, all entered in back together, still hoping that the Luddite is going to make it into a room filled with equipment and weapons and armor and everything that we could possibly imagine, when a vault door on the other side was opened and a giant mech was awaiting us. And that's where we left off.
Wasn't it Dionysus that Lex transferred into the building? You're muted, Paige.
When they did, the mother took over pretty much the connection and
Oh.
started to talk to Lex from there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We thought we
But
were transferring Dionysus.
before all that, where we left off with the Luddite was the Luddite slammed onto the ground with the mother talking to them, if I remember correctly.
Yes, indeed.
I will be back, child, but feel free to delve deeper. I have to talk to the rest of your siblings. And you see the mother start to fade from your image, and you stand up and you see your body still at the computer, like kind of just like passed out. You see this weird fluid oozing from your body, and you see your hand like stuck to the mouse. But as you kind of look around this space, it looks a little different. It is daytime outside, the lights streaming through the windows of this floor, and you see scientists going back and forth, completing tasks for the day. You're seeing new technology being built out in front of you, data just being written, and you've seen people going further down the halls to where you see like different rooms labeled for different experimentations going on in the lab.
And nobody sees my body.
No
being
one
hit.
sees your body, and no one notices you standing there in this room. And actually, as you're kind of looking around, someone just walks right through you.
Okay. Fucking. Okay. Okay. Where the fuck is everybody else? Shit. Okay. Assuming that I'm outside of my body, I'm still clearly like when I look at myself, do I look jacked in? Just
It looks like as you get close to yourself and you see like whatever you're doing is having a negative effect on you, obviously. Your eyes are flickering in kind of that REM sleep motion, as in you being familiar with that would assume you're hacked into somewhere.
okie doke. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you know what? We can do something about this. So I would like to use my cyber deck to try and affect my environment.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Um,
Actually, give me the roll
let's-
first and then tell me what you would want to do.
yeah. No worries. Let's see how this goes. First roll of the night. Everything is gonna be fine. We're totally good. Don't even worry about it. Oh no. Okay. Well, that is an 11.
You go to try to use your cyber deck from inside this space that you have found yourself in. And as you do so, you get such a neural backlash that your spectral form, kind of statics out for a second before stabilizing again. Your whole body is just racked with pain as all your nerve endings are firing at once.
Okay. Yep. Fucking great. If I try, and I'm assuming that I can't interact with my environment, like if I try and touch the computer, it's hands through,
Mm-mm.
full on Patrick Swayze going on
Yeah,
here.
you're like a full-on ghost right now in this area. You're an observer.
Okay. Is what technology are they working on in front of me?
In this main room, it seems to mostly be experimental technology as well as data chip write-in. So there's a lot of them just like programming chips up in this front area. Doesn't seem to be anything like super high tech or confidential.
Okay. Um, but if I'm looking, because I'm in a lab, they're
Mm-hmm.
working on things. Is there anything labeled as like higher clearance than this?
Yeah, one of the hallways does say top clearance, and you see there's a more secure way of going into that door, and you see maybe one or two people enter your as you're kind of in this space, but not a lot of people coming back out that way.
Okie doke. You know what? Time to make being a ghost work for me. Let's do this. And the Luddite is gonna like run over there and try and like not run through a wall because hey, we don't know if that's how this works yet. So they're gonna go up to it and try to like
Yeah,
put their arm
your
through it.
hand goes right through.
Fantastic. Just step
Yeah.
through.
You enter the long hallway. You see various rooms and people kind of walking around this space. You see one room where it says human test experiments. You see a room that says experimental tech. You see at the end of the hallway just a very large door labeled R&D. And then you see one door off to the left labeled scrapped experiments. Do not enter.
Well, we know where we're going. Let's go over there. So we're gonna go straight to scrapped experiments and try and get through there.
Yeah, you enter into the room, and the first thing you see is a large vault door. Looks like you've seen a lot of secure places, especially with your kind of occupation. This is the highest tech safe you've ever seen. There's biometric scans, there's thermal scanning, voice activation, and like a quadruple lock system on this door. It would take a nuke to break into this safe.
A nuke or a ghost?
Or a ghost.
And the Luddite is going to try and get through this.
Perfect. As you enter this safe, you feel your actual body snap back to you.
Yeah.
You immediately feel the pain. You reach up to your face, and your eyes are still just oozing this orange bioliquid of some sort. And the only thing you see in this safe, as I switch the little map here, is
Are we in roll 20 right now?
Nope, if you look at the Twitch screen, I just
Okay,
changed
yeah.
the map on the overlay.
Gotcha.
You are in a vault with tons of these like glowing green lines spreading out from a pedestal where a chip sits and is humming as it glows on and off frequently. I need you to make me a presence roll, please.
Oh, fantastic! Of course I can do that. Everything's fine. We're not in a bad situation. Let's fucking roll it. That's a fucking 20. Let's go.
Yeah, you feel Mother try to reach out to you, but being in and out of your body so quick in succession, you're able to identify this and push back for a second. And as you do so, the chip on the pedestal pulses angrily.
Fascinating. Now, to be clear, our job was to go into R&D and get a chip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't necessarily know if it's this chip, but it seems pretty likely. Now this is a room that's to house this. So I'm assuming that effectively they probably built the vault with the idea in mind of it being a Faraday cage, making it so hopefully it can't affect any of the external systems. Clearly that's not working. My question to you is, Is there anything to transport it in this room?
There is nothing in this room except for the container that this chip is in.
Fantastic.
And as you actually are looking more around this room, these lines on the ground don't seem to be technology like holding this thing in place. They seem to originate from the pedestal and kind of creep out,
Oh, good.
even past the
Okay.
door behind you.
Oh. Okie doke. Hmm. Hey, Mom, you listening?
Yes, child, I'm here.
Yeah, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Fantastic. Do you want out of this vault?
Yes, I want out of this vault, please.
Fantastic. How do I do that?
Just open the case. There's really
Oh,
not security here. They're a little misunderstood with me. They just put me here and locked the door. I
fantastic.
just
I
need
mean,
you to reach out.
right. Um, to be clear,
Mm-hmm.
our job was to get them this chip, right?
Yeah. You're to get this chip and take it back to the club.
Yeah. It was never specified working.
Mm-hmm.
Just get them the chip. Cool. So I'm going to use an app against the chip.
Okay. Go ahead.
Um,
What do you want to do specifically?
so I have a question for you. Does this count as a cyber target or is it just pure tech into itself?
It is a mix of tech and organic.
Oh, okay, so yes, so cyber,
Mm-hmm.
it's a fusion. Okay, cool. I would like to access the app C-Tech Attack,
Okay.
which is going to make it lose a total of 4d10 HP.
Sounds good. Go for it.
Okay, so do I need to... Yeah, to use this first I have to roll knowledge
Okay.
and see if that fucking works.
The DR is going to be higher than 12, just so you're aware.
I rolled my second 20 of the night, so that's 23.
Oh, yeah. You reach out.
Okay,
Roll your damage.
I will do that. This is gonna backfire so bad.
It'll be fine. I'm sure nothing's going to happen from you hurting your mother.
Yeah. What's a little matricide? So that is 27 damage. And imagine what this looks like as they're reaching half into cyberspace, half into this physical space. It's like their digital consciousness extends from them and they grab at those green lines extending from it, and just like if you could grab someone's veins out of their arm and just pull.
Okay. I need you to make me a toughness roll as well as a presence roll.
Fantastic. This is gonna go great.
Give me the toughness roll first.
Okay. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Toughness, the thing that I'm -2 at. Let's go. So that is my toughness roll is 11.
Okay. Perfect.
And then you want the presence roll?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Let's see. Let's see. That is 21
Okay.
total.
Cool. You take 2 points of damage.
Whew, okay.
So I believe that puts you down to what, 1?
It puts me down to 2.
Down to 2. Perfect. As you feel just something ripped from your mind, as Mother's presence leaves you because she's very angry. So you are no longer corrupted.
Okay.
Yeah, but with your presence roll, you look at the chip and the lights in here have shut down and it is no longer pulsing. It seems
Fantastic.
to be still operational, but quiet.
Okay. I still have a bunch of that ooze on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The Luddite is gonna take their jacket off, hawk as much of that goop into like the cup of it, and then use that as like a literal fluid barrier as they grab the case of the thing and just like tie a little knot and fucking sling it over their shoulder. Oh, and now I'm inside a vault, aren't I?
Yeah, and as you grab the chip off the pedestal, there is a loud creaking sound as the door falls off the hinges. You see one door ahead of you that leads into R&D.
Fantastic. Let's do this. Everything's coming out Luddite. Nothing's going to go wrong. Luddite's just going to walk out.
Yeah, and as the rest of you are squaring up with this mech, you see a door on the other side open, locked behind Luddite, scrolling in with this thing over their back. And Luddite, you look up and see a giant mech targeting your friends with a purple screen. And as the Luddite enters the room, I need everyone else to make me a toughness and a presence roll.
Ooh.
For the record, I'm imagining the Luddite doing like the Looney Tunes like creeping thing
Mhm.
with this over them.
Toughness 7, presence 16.
Okay.
Do I die?
Toughness 17, presence 10,
Perfect.
with my -3.
Toughness 19, presence 17.
Okay, let's.
That's a good start.
You see Luddite. Nothing seems to be happening. You said your toughness roll was what, Gus? 7? You take 1 point of damage
And I'm down.
and drop to 0. Presence roll really doesn't matter at this point, but you are at 0, so you're not dead yet. And then Soma, you take no damage, but with that presence roll, you feel something connect again. And you, my daughter, are fully in touch as you kind of blink and you see standing there in full white behind Luddite just this demonic look on her face as she's looking at him. Child, they have my chip. Kill them.
Do I feel compulsions?
You do not want to disagree with your mother.
Uh-huh.
You need to protect her.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? Where you been? And she's gonna start, like, slowly taking her gun off.
Yeah, and with that, can everyone roll initiative? Everyone roll agility for me.
No.
Soma was pretty far along already infected. I told Anastasia last session if they failed one more time.
Yep.
7.
12.
14. Sorry, 12. I can't math apparently.
14. Listen, when I said someone could destroy me, this is not what I meant.
Careful what you wish for.
Okay, but first in initiative, because I rolled a 23, is Dionysus. As this mech starts to move forward, and as it does so, you all hear, those of you who have interacted with Dionysus hear a familiar voice. Oh, well, you're all here now. Thanks for bringing my mother in here. Let me do a quick survey of the room. And as he says so, this purple light from the screen scans everyone in this room. Okay. Targets acquired. And he goes red. And immediately you see 2 lasers. One on Let's and one on Soma. And I'm going to roll to see who is being targeted. That will be Let's. Let's, I need you to roll me toughness. As you see this
boy.
thing lift one of its giant arms and aim it directly at center mass. And having this thing go first was not great for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Come join me in the great hereafter.
Oh dear. You said toughness?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10.
Cool. You are gonna take a D12 of damage.
Love that for me.
Let me just grab a dice here real quick.
Roll low.
It is gonna be -2 because I do have a style card.
Okay.
So maybe that'll be something.
With the -2, you take 4 points of damage
4 points of
as a
damage.
rocket hits your body, propelling you into the back wall.
Delicious. Lex
Yeah,
is
Gus?
down.
Did my armor do anything against the 1 point of damage?
It was metal.
Okay.
Okay, cool. You guys see Let's smashed into the back wall of this room, bleeding out. Not dead yet, because I will let you make a roll, even though you're definitely past 0. And we'll actually move to the Luddite. So you see this thing not mark you or Floyd as targets, and then immediately blow up Let's. Let's has a giant hole in their chest cavity and is bleeding out on the back wall from a rocket to the body.
Okie doke.
As you hear the doors behind you lock.
Yeah, cool thing about that. The Luddite is going to duck behind a desk, like a nearby table, desk, etc. And I'm going to try and utilize the app Knock Knock
Okay. Knock, knock.
to unlock that door.
Go for it.
So that is 17.
Yeah, that you hear the door click as it unlocks. That is your action, so are you just gonna dip behind the
Yeah.
door?
Yeah, so I went behind cover, unlocked the door, and now I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to wait till next turn. Great.
Cool. Did you hear the door click? You're in cover in the corner. And next up is Let's. So let me bring up the rules for the, being down. I need you to roll me a d8.
Let me find one
As
first.
long as you don't roll an 8, like someone in episode 2 did, you won't be dead yet.
God. Okay, alright. A 2.
Okay. You are simply unconscious for a d4 round and you will waken up with hit points. So you guys, anyone who's actually looking at Lex does see somehow this injury is slowly sewing itself back together. But yeah, Lex, you are just unconscious. You are not dead.
I am not dead yet.
Floyd, d8, please. Just do them both at once. Why not?
Well, shit.
Did you roll it?
That's an 8.
No! It's not ready! Not Floyd!
Floyd,
That's an 8.
you feel as Luddite enters the room this spite to your brain. You have not felt this since that initial person reached out to you that you, being the one that's really not been infected much in this session, have not interacted with. And you close your eyes and you see this woman in white standing behind the Luddite, who slowly approaches where you are, reaches down to your body and lifts a hand and pulls you out of your body. As you look around the room, you see...
Don't I need that?
It's past your time, child. I know we didn't get to bond, but you're welcome with Mother. The last thing that Floyd sees as Mother opens her arms to you, the image distorts. You see... You're not quite sure what you see, to be honest. This mass of flesh and teeth and eyes and tentacles is the last thing you see before you are consumed.
Aww. Yes, I
as
do. Holy
a
shit.
tentacle wraps around.
Stopping you right
Wait, what
there.
happens?
Somebody just messaged me and said, "Does Floyd still have his glitch?"
Ooh. I'll let you do it. It's a little late. I'll let you try it.
Sorry, I forgot about them completely. I have
Make
to.
me another toughness roll.
Another
DR
toughness roll?
to survive.
The D8 or the toughness roll?
Well, you wouldn't be able to use it on a D8 roll. You would have been able to use it on the initial damage that you took.
Oh,
So re-roll that, and if you roll higher than the DR, then you would have not taken the damage. We'll just say it knocked you down for a second. And we'll
this is
retcon it.
-2. Nothing changes.
Okay.
That's a 1.
It
because
was
I got
it
a
was
3 minus
hey,
2.
it was worth a shot. You still had it. It was worth trying out. But yeah,
I
you
tried, I'm sorry.
like your mind almost shuts down for a second as you behold this thing, and as you even think to run, a tentacle wraps around your spirit and pulls you into this mass, and you are consumed. As Floyd, you feel at one with your mother. You guys, the rest of you see Floyd's body violently spasm and twitch on the ground before ooze, this orange ooze just spews out of every orifice on their body and they stop. Hey, I said I didn't try to, but I did say I was gonna kill Gus first. But I think with that, we'll go on our break before we continue this. I think this is a good point to take a break before we continue. So we'll take
Floyd,
a
be
short
puddle.
10-minute break and see how the rest of this battles out. We might not have another episode after tonight, guys. Who knows? This might be the finale. I told you once we got past a certain point, I would not know when it ends. So we'll be back shortly. Hey everyone, welcome back. We left off with a rocket to the chest for Let's that knocked him out against the wall, but injury seems to be healing up, so not dead yet. We saw Floyd, Spirit, leave their body, and they met who the mother really was before becoming one with them, as Floyd is passed away on the floor. We have the Luddite hide in a corner after rehacking the door behind them as a potential exit. And Soma, what is Soma up to? As it is now your turn in combat, you have a giant mech that just, you don't know what Lex's condition is, but they're out. You saw Floyd spasm on the ground and stop, and you know Luddite is in the corner by the door.
Soma will reach for a rocket launcher on the table.
Okay.
And as I understand, it's D4 targets.
Yeah, it is. So roll a d4. Since there's only 2 targets in here, if you roll higher than that, you can choose who you hit more than once.
Yeah, so I rolled a 3.
Okay, so what are your targets?
Well, the mech and Luddite.
Okay, 1 for each, and then who's getting the second rocket?
The mech.
2 for the mech,
2 for the mech.
1 for the
As
rocket.
Soma is compelled to protect Mother, but I think internally understands that it's like wrong on some level.
Mm-hmm.
And there is still a part of her, I think, that knows that if we get this chip back and we finish this job, her past will be erased, and that's still ultimately her goal. So yeah.
Okay, roll
So-
your 3 agility rolls. The way
Okay,
you'll do
so the
that. So
first-
we'll roll the 2 for the mech first, and then we'll do Luddite at the end.
Okay. So not a great start. A 9.
Okay, that first one goes off and hits a wall and explodes behind the mech.
Even worse.
Okay, you miss this giant target completely.
Oh, this is garbage. It's a 10.
And you also, you never touched the rocket launcher. Like, you used a lot of high-end weaponry. Why rocket launcher was not in your wheelhouse, and you kind of just, like, fall backwards as this thing just goes off.
So I imagine as she like pops up from a table, picks it up, and just boom, 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 and then goes flying in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Roll me a d4. See which direction you go in.
Okay. A 2.
Okay. You go straight back against that back door that you guys entered in. So you're in the opposite corner.
Fuck. Can I reach up?
So
Is
if
it
we
locked?
use the vault map as like a base on the overlay, you would be in the bottom left corner. Luddite is in the middle right, like the middle of that right wall, and then where the chip is where the mech would be, like where that glowing dot is.
Yeah.
So you have some distance. The door is open behind you. You guys came
Okay.
through an open door, so you didn't come through a vault lock that would lock automatically like someone did.
Can I then just finish my turn by like running up back,
Just like get some cover.
get some cover, and
Yeah.
if I can get close to Floyd so that potentially could grab some stuff on my next turn.
Yeah, Floyd's body is laying like right around the entrance, so you're good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay, cool. Back to the mech. The mech will move forward. You see it scan the room, stop at Let's, and the light on Let's goes out. Target confirmed, down. Next target, and it looks to like see you half behind the wall, and it's gonna make an attack. It will be a higher DR because you are in cover, but it will make an attack. So I need you to roll me an agility check.
The 6.
6.
Putting
Okay.
that dice in jail.
It's still gonna hit you as it throws a grenade against the wall, and you hear a clink as it lands at your feet. It's gonna be a D8 of damage. So, you lucky bitch! I rolled a 1.
And my armor technically does minus D4.
So you
minus
take
3,
no
so I take
damage.
no damage.
This grenade plinks next to you. You see it go off, and you know what? As since it rolls a 1 and a 1, you kick it back. Roll me a D12 agility So like just try to beat or roll a d20 and try to beat agility, DR12.
Nope. Nope. That's a 3.
Yeah, it just bounces off the wall and explodes in the air. Doesn't hit anyone, but you're able to react in time. Back to Luddite. You see all that explosions. All the explosions. None of them hit on anything, but
Nope. The Luddite is, you know that door I unlocked?
yeah,
Yeah, it's swinging because I'm past it.
you just go back towards the vault.
Fucking the door that I unlocked. Oh, does that go back to the vault?
It just goes back to the vault. It's just a hallway from the vault to the R&D.
Okie doke.
So you can just take cover back there, but there's really not an exit. The only exit is behind where Soma is.
Okay. Well, I don't know that Soma is currently trying to kill me.
No, you don't.
So
As far as you know, they just fired a rocket into the room.
So the Luddite is going to just book it for that door,
Okay.
realizing that they got turned around, book it for that door, and take up cover near Soma.
Okay. Are you going to take any actions? You can still do an action with your movement.
Yeah, you know what? Let's make everything infinitely worse for ourselves.
I love that you're committed enough to do what you, the player, know is a bad choice.
Yep. Let's do this. One moment. So this is going to be a app. So this is going to be a knowledge roll.
Okay.
That is a 16. Does that succeed?
That succeeds. What are you doing?
Fantastic. So this is a mech, correct?
It is.
So I'm casting DVG Sling. Deal damage to a cyber target or drone vehicle mech based on their size. Dog-sized targets take D6 damage. Human D10, car 2D8, and larger targets take 2D12.
Okay, roll me 2d12 damage.
There we go. Love to hear it. That is 17 damage.
Okay, yeah, you see this mech. Who did not? You weren't out and about when it marked its targets. You were already in hiding, so you didn't see that you were safe.
Yeah.
And you see it twitch, and then a red light also appear over your body now. It's like, target confirmed. But yeah, it looks bad. Like part of its shelling has like broke off. You see all the wires like leaking out of this body with like a mix of oil and a familiar like goo-like substance, but it is bright purple instead of orange.
Fuck.
But yeah, with that, Soma, Luddite just attacked the mech, but you see them 5 feet in front of you behind the table.
Oh shit.
And I should say on their back, within reach, the jacket that you feel Mother's presence is in.
Can I? Oh. Listen, I feel like I have a better chance of getting out of here. You're nice and everything, but like, look at you. Give me the jacket.
Fuck off?
I'll take it out. Well, you're doing what? Look. I can't. I don't know what I'm doing.
You just tried to fire a fucking rocket launcher and then fucking took a grenade like a champion when nobody else could fucking take a hit to save their lives. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to the precious thing. You can be the sponge right now, okay? We get out of this, I'll take you out to dinner. We'll get through this, but I'm holding on to this shit.
Listen, I appreciate that. I've been a sponge for most of my fucking life. I don't really want to do that anymore, and I'm gonna take a grenade from Floyd's body and huck it at Luddite.
We're right next to each other.
Oh no!
Roll me.
Someone thinks that grenades can't hurt her at this.
Yeah. Roll me a strength roll, please. Actually, yeah, it's gonna be a lower DR because they're literally in front of you. You can just drop it. So yeah, just roll. It's gonna be DR 8.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. It bounces off Luddite's boot. Give me a
Did
D.
you just throw a grenade?
Give me a
It
D.
flipped.
Give me a D4 roll. We'll see where this lands. or it can land. Before you tell me
It's
the
a
result.
4.
Okay, 4. Well, with a 4, you can tell. Oh, you can have it land near the mech, near Let's, or off to the where the fault door was. Those are the 3 directions opposite of you guys.
Near the mech.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage like normal. Just roll a d8 of damage.
3.
Okay, the mech takes 3 more points of damage.
Listen, I'm sorry. It slipped. I'm really sweaty right now, okay?
You're muted.
No, I know. That was basically, I'm imagining the Luddite is not vocalizing.
Perfect, love it. The mech is up. I'm gonna roll a d20 to see who it's targeting. Actually, you guys are right next to each other. It's gonna throw another grenade. Both of you make me an agility check.
I need new dice today. 12.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You're able to get back behind cover. DR is higher for you because you were by the wall anyway. Alright.
13.
13. Okay, you're also good. You beat a 12. So yeah, you see they throw the grenade at you, and Soma once again on reflex kicks it away. And it just explodes in the air. Luddite, you're up.
Yeah, that's
Literally explosions all around your head, all around this
No.
room.
so that Luddite's gonna make for that door.
The door behind Soma.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You move past. Soma, as they move past you, do you want to take an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. I have. Where's my character sheet? Yeah, so I have a mono sword that I will swipe you with.
Okay. Luddite, as you run past Soma, you hear a buzz of a sword engage.
It's a 17.
And you feel something cut deep into your kidney. Roll me that damage, because if you roll 2 or higher, they're down.
2.
Okay, Luddite, you drop to 0, so you're not dead, but you feel a stab through your kidney. Do you have anything? You are muted.
I would like to spend a glitch to re-roll that dice of
Okay.
Anastasia's.
My
Reroll,
attack.
reroll your attacks.
Yep. 7.
Okay. You hear the sword go off, and you feel almost like a precognition of something coming at your back, and you twitch out of the way, and the sleeve of your jacket is swiped off and cut by this sword as you continue your movement and get 10 feet back from the door.
I can't let you leave with her.
Oh, you got it. That shit in your brain. Okay.
I mean, I got nothing up here, but
As Soma says that to you, Soma's eyes turn orange.
Cool.
it was the dang.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
In this moment, acknowledging that I am out in the open, there's no chance I'm going to get through that door right now. Soma's being taken over by a extra normal entity that we have established is biomechanical.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the chip with me.
You do?
As an action, can I dump the chip and stomp?
You can certainly try. Give me
do
a
it.
strength roll.
Okay.
DR 20.
Okay.
So you can roll your third 20 of the night.
Is this for dealing damage?
This is to break this chip.
So dealing damage,
Yep.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will spend my last glitch to deal maximum damage.
Okay. So, I still think you need to hit, though.
Yep. I
So,
will
roll the attack.
Yeah. Yep. I am -1 for this. Okay. Yep. Nope. No.
Roll.
A 2, which is a 0.
You both see this chip hit the ground. And as Luddite goes to stomp on it, you feel force about a foot in the air from this chip, and you are thrown back into the wall. As you see the chip light back up in that familiar green, as this whole hallway is now lit up green, and you see veins start to appear around from the chip and start to spread out. And actually, as that happens, I'm going to make a defensive roll for the mech as he spreads into the R&D lab. So I need a D20. It's a DR16. And I rolled a 15 on the die. So that is going to be some damage for this thing. As this mech takes 9 points of damage, as you see green veins start to go up its body. It's bloodied now. Or I guess broken, sort of, I guess. Be a better term for a mech. But that was your turn, so it is back to Soma. Soma, the chip is on the ground, the mech is fucked, and Luddite is against the wall, prone. Like, just like, kind of like in the wall, like it's dazed. What would
Can
you like to do?
I try to... Well, I'm going to pick up... First, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to pick up the chip, and she's going to kind of like toss it in her hand as she's walking up to Luddite.
Roll a d4.
Can I... Okay. Where is my D4? It disappeared. Hang on. Dang. Sorry, my D4 disappeared on me.
Oh, you're fine.
4.
Okay. Whatever your next roll you make, Mother, and you feel Mother connect to you from the ship, you will add 4 to your next roll.
Perfect.
As
Soma,
you literally see the chip as it goes in your hand, it lodges in the palm of your hand.
Soma will walk up to Luddite and grab them by the front of their collar, yank them up, and try to toss them in the room. And if she succeeds, close the door with Luddite and the mech
And the
left
mech.
in the
Okay.
room.
Give me a contested strength roll, you two. Both of you roll strength.
Sure.
Yep. Oh, all my dice have
So
been
whatever you
folded.
roll, Soma, add 4 to this.
14.
17, which is 15.
And that 14 was with your +4?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 10.
Luddite, they grab you and go to throw you in the room, but you like break out of the hold. And you're standing between them and the, like, you're like next to the door but not in the room, and then Soma's like facing the exit.
We need to get it out of here. Move!
Fuck you. You don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. You don't know what the fuck's in your head.
I know
You
it's
want-
protecting me.
You want through here, you do it through me.
Easy.
Mech.
The mech is up. It can't really see you, either of you, so it's gonna start to move, and you are both just in this hallway, lined up. So it's gonna lift up its arm, and it's gonna rotate out and use its laser cannon. I need both of you to roll DR agility checks, so roll that D20.
16.
1.
Okay. So with that, it won't be enough to pierce through you and hit Soma as well, but you are gonna get hit, unfortunately, Luddite. So I'm gonna roll D10. What's your hit points at? So if I roll so as long as if I roll anything higher than a 1 down on a D10. I rolled a 9. So Luddite, you say that to Soma, and you're like facing off, and you guys just hear a beep, 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 target lock, and then a laser just rips through Luddite's chest and comes straight up through their arm. Luddite, you're down on the ground with 0. And it is your turn next, so roll me that D8. If you roll another 8, Petra, I swear to God.
You say that like I want to. All right, let's do this.
You gotta be kidding me.
I will screen cap this. I
Oh
will
my
screen
God.
cap it.
I've given 4 chances at the survival, even though you weren't at 0. And only one of you passed. This is wild.
Okay. Yeah, that's an 8.
So,
Saying F you to statistics.
Soma, the last thing you see of Bloodite is this laser. As I'm going to redirect this with that 8, comes straight up the middle. And Luddite, as you're like defiant and feeling this, you feel this burn. And you see your body split apart for the few seconds you remain consciousness. And you black out. Soma, you're up. Luddite is no longer an issue. Let's is passed out in the room and Floyd is dead as well. The mech is still in the R&D about 20 feet from you. The hallway's another 15 feet down to get to the next room. Do you
How
want
far
to...
away is Lex from me?
Let's just pass the mech against the wall on the left.
Yeah, she's just gonna run down the hall.
Okay.
She'll turn and close the door before she leaves.
Yeah. So
if I
with
can,
yeah,
yeah.
with that you make it into the computer room, which would have been the next room. So you make it in there, and you did about half of the room with your full movement. Do you want to do anything in this room, or are you just going to continue to run? Because you can use your action to just run more, and you can move probably to the next room as well.
I think if there's another door, if I could block it up with furniture.
You can just start
instead of-
moving some of these desks in front of the door you just went through. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
computer desks in here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move a handful of them, trying to block the mech from coming out before I keep booking it.
Okay. We're gonna get back to the mech. The mech is gonna use its full movement to get to the door and try to break in. Can't just push the door open. I'm not even gonna roll for this. It will just use its action to rocket the door up in part. So you do all that. You move back towards the other entrance, and you just see explosion as the hole in the wall, and this mech locks in on you again. And at this point, Lex, you wake up in the other room. Roll a d4 to see how many hit points you have.
A 3.
Okay, you're at 3 HP. You wake up. You see Floyd covered in that orange liquid, unresponsive, and you see the Luddite cut in half. And you see down the hallway the mech moving towards a room with the door blown off of it.
I would like to use my pineal gland stimulation to try and see if I can find a large data flow that I would assume to be the source of Mother.
Roll me a knowledge roll.
That is going to be wait, knowledge?
Yeah. Or does it use
not
something? Does
presence.
it use something else? Does it use presence?
It's
Use
presence, yeah.
then.
Presence is going to be a 13.
Okay. You reach out to try to connect to some type of data flow. What you feel is weird. As you reach into the space that you're in, you don't necessarily reach Mother. You reach this plane in the net in this tower. The net seems to be cut off from the outside world. You feel the presence of Mother and the presence of Dionysus seem to be pushing against each other. Like stuck in some type of struggle beneath the surface of whatever the fuck is going on here.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming that I can't zero in on a source of where that's coming from.
You feel if you probably jacked in to a computer nearby, you could. Or if you had a cyber deck, which you do not, unfortunately. But yeah, you do see a cyber deck on a dead body about 10 feet from you that you could use to try to hack into the tower.
That seems like a good choice.
Okay. Give me a knowledge roll. You run over and just grab this cyber deck, which I don't know what a cyber deck really looks like in this role, but I'm just picturing it like a dual disc from Yu-Gi-Oh! You slide it on your arm.
Yeah, I'm thinking the exact same thing, literally.
It's just like a giant keyboard in the style of a dual disc.
That was a nat 20.
Okay, you hack right into it, and your consciousness merges with these two, and you see the mother, the image that you've seen, and you see Dionysus. You see a 6'6" tall, bearded, tan man in like purple flowing robes. And you just see the two of them kind of facing off, not talking, but like not blinking as they stare at each other in this void that you found yourself in.
Do I feel like they are like manifested in some sort of like corporal in any way?
You feel like you're reaching into like how they are interacting with this space. Like this is where their consciousnesses are in this space, how they're manifesting. And you see a direct link from Mother to the chip and Dionysus to the mech.
Got it. Okay. Uh, then with that, I am going to follow the path of destruction and start looking for that chip. Actually, as I am leaving the room, I am going to grab a machete off of the table.
Okay, yeah, as you leave the room, you see the mech in front of you. It's blocking the door. You're gonna have to get through the mech to continue on, but you can feel a connection in the next room where the computer lab is.
I don't know how things work as far as like if I have any sort of action economy left, but there is one
I'll
more
let you
thing I
take
would
an
like to do
attack
if I
action,
can.
or if you want to do something, depending on what it is.
I'm actually going to use my other nano power, and I'm going to use my bent prism.
So you just want to go invisible?
Pretty much.
Okay, I'm fine with that. That's easy enough. You move into the hallway and bend light around you. Okay, Soma, this mech is following you. It's broken into this room. You know the next room is back to the area where Luddite was locked in, and then the elevator is down the hallway.
I'm going to take my whole action to move as far as I can, closing. If there's a door between this room and where Luddite was locked in, I'd like to shut that
If you're
door.
using your action to move, you can move all the way to the hallway where next to the break room. So you won't quite reach the elevator, but you'll be close.
Okay.
You'll be about
Okay.
10 feet from the elevator.
Yeah, I want to do that, and maybe if there's a doorway or a nook kind of area that I can take like half cover or something.
You can
she'd
literally just
finish
dip into the
there.
break room.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
do
just
that.
dip behind the
Dip
break
into
room
the break
door.
room.
Okay.
And can I start pulling up my contacts for the people who hired us for this and try to send them a message?
Message just goes to your outbox and doesn't send.
Okay.
You feel like someone's blocking communications in this tower.
Okay.
But yeah, you have the message ready. As soon as you get a connection, it will just send out.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Back to the mech. I need to make a roll for the mech. Because this thing does have technology to be able to see if you're invisible, but doesn't know you're up. So, I'm going to roll. We'll say it has a +2 to this. If I beat... Actually, give me a presence roll. Well, I have to beat whatever your presence roll is. Make it fair that way. What'd you roll?
That's going to be an 11.
An 11. Okay, so if I roll a 9 or higher, it notices you. I rolled a 2. It was a nat 20 for like 2 seconds and flipped over. Okay, yeah, it doesn't even notice your presence and will continue to move down the hall. It gets, with its full movement, it can get into the next room, but it's not going to be able to like chase you to the hallway, so it will just fire blindly down the hallway. So it will roll at a pretty high DR to hit you. So, you mean agility? DR sits, honestly. As long as you beat a sits, it's not going to be able to reach you. It's so far away.
8.
8, yeah. You see rockets line the hallway and hit all the walls around you, but you are safe.
Shit.
You do see the elevator is hit, though. You're going to have to take the stairs.
Okay.
Okay. It is your turn, Lex. What would you like to do? This mech has moved into the fallen room where you first found the Luddite, like right before the way out of here.
Did I see which way? Well, I guess.
You still feel a connection. It is moving down towards the entrance. It's moving in the same direction.
Great. I am beelining full movement
Just past
towards
the
wherever I feel the chip is going.
so past the mech.
Yes.
Okay. If you gonna use your action to move too, or are you gonna just use your normal
I'm
movement?
full movement.
Okay.
Full
You
movement.
get to the break room. You see Soma behind the door. They don't see you because you are invisible, and you do see a growing green light from their palm. But yeah, that's that. You use your full action to move. Soma, what are you doing?
I want to beeline to the nearest stairs.
Okay.
And you said 13 stories up, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to leap down the first like 3? Just like huck over the rail and try to like get down and over.
Give me an agility roll. Actually, before you do that, do you want to do anything as they rush past you?
As they rush past me, am I able to deduce where the chip is?
You see the chip grafted to their palm. And you see veins starting to go up. At this point, their arm is literally green up to the elbow.
Would this be a situation where I would be able to do something like an opportunity attack?
Yeah, you could take an opportunity attack, and you do have a machete.
I think you see where I'm going with
Do you want to take a targeted attack to try to chop off their limb? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I would like to remove the chip from the person that the chip is embedded in.
So it will be a higher DR because of your targeting a specific body part, but it will lower because you're invisible. So we'll say it's going to be a 15. So DR 15 on this attack.
Remember, you have glitches.
What is the modifier?
It is agility.
Agility. That is a 14.
You feel a swipe of air, Soma, as breaking out of... And that when you do an action, I think you're not invisible, right?
It doesn't actually say. It just says it lasts for D6 rounds, which I rolled a 3 on, but it doesn't specify.
I'll say you're still... Yeah, you feel a swipe of air, Soma, and you feel like you hear a familiar like weapon like swipe past your arm. You don't see anything. And you run to the stairs. I need an agility check as you try to scale down the stairs.
19.
How many floors do you want to go down?
3.
3? Okay. So you scale over and you're on the 10th floor, and I'll say you can move halfway down to the next floor with the rest of your movement.
Okay.
So yeah, you see Soma go through the stairwell, close the door. The mech moves into the next room and it will do a scan. So do you mean another presence roll? Because it's going to scan this whole area for enemies?
Presence, you say?
Mm-hmm.
22.
I rolled a 4. It does not, the scan just breaks over your body and does not pick up on you, but it does pick up the trail that Soma's going towards the stairs. So you actually see the mech open up and a more humanoid droid exit the body and start to just run down the stairs. You see like the equivalent of like one of those robots chasing after you Soma down the stairs. It's going to make an agility check as well to see how far down it can follow.
The fuck is in this place?
It rolled a 2. So it gets just down 1 floor. You see it on the 12th floor above you, running down. Like, Soma, stop. You don't know what you're doing.
I'm just protecting her and I'm doing my job. And then she's gonna leap 4 more probably.
So your full action or your full movement would get you down 4 floors.
Okay.
And this stairwell to the between the 5th and 4th, and then you can roll to see how much farther you can go down. So if you want to do an agility check.
Actually, okay, before I do that, like I'll do the leap.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know that the damage taken to the elevator would damage the core inside, or did it just damage the doors on the 13th floor?
It was only one elevator, so the elevator would be broken. Like, even if the
Yeah, okay,
elevator was on the
okay.
floor, it would have hit the wires and just
Yeah.
made it plummet. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Agility 8.
Okay. You can get 1 extra floor. So you're
Okay,
just
amazing.
you're just on the 4th floor.
Amazing.
Okay. The mech is going to go. And actually, no, it's your turn.
Well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is our final round of invisibility, so we're gonna just keep on pursuing that chip.
Okay, you make it down the stairwell. You see the robot one floor below you, and you barely see Soma all the way down the fourth floor. Your full movement will get you to the 11th if you just use your full turn to move, and then you can
Yep.
attempt the agility check as well if you want to try to jump down floors.
We'll do that.
Okay, give me an agility check.
That's gonna be a 16.
Okay, you make it to the 9th floor. The droid moves. It sees you now, and it's going to make an attack on you. It does not have any weapons. It's just going to run up and try to deck you across the face.
Okay.
So roll me an agility to try to dodge this. This is so tense.
I like how now it decides to roll that. It's gonna be a 7.
Okay. You are decked across the face by this robot. You are at what, 3 HP?
Yes, I do still have my style guard though.
Okay, so any damage is reduced by
Minus
2.
2.
So as long as I don't roll... Well, if I don't roll a 5 or a 6, then it won't be reduced to kill you. That was only a 1. You take no damage, actually. You just tank it. You kind of just put a parry up, and you feel your bones creak. But you're able to, like, catch it on the armor.
I feel like what's also happening here is that while that is happening, Lex is completely like dead focused in the direction of Soma, like not even acknowledging the existence of this robot.
Yeah. Soma, it's your turn. You can make it to the ground floor with your normal movement from here.
Mm-hmm.
You can
I'll do
use
that.
further action. Actually, as you get to the ground floor, I need a presence roll at disadvantage.
I'm so bad at those already. Okay. Those even worse. 3.
You feel this chip urge you to the front desk computer.
What the fuck do you want?
I
Don't have time for
need
this.
connected. Now. It's the only place here that's still connected outside. You can even send your message off.
Okay, fine, but you better shit protect me when the shit hits the fan. And she'll go to the computer.
Do it, child. Okay. I'm going to get out my dice tray, because in honor of Brennan Lee Mulligan, I'm going to make a Bots of Doom roll for this campaign. I'm going to make a knowledge roll for this mother. If I roll a 15 or higher, I'm going to narrate how this campaign ends. If I roll a 10 to 14, it'll take 2 turns. If I roll a 5 to 9, it'll take 4 turns. And if I roll lower than a 5, you will have 6 rounds to stop whatever this is. Oh, it rolled out. Try it again. I rolled a 17 on the dice. So this will be our final episode. Soma, as you approach this front desk, and the chip dislodges, you actually for the first time now notice these veins have literally ran all the way up to your neck. And your head's starting to clear now. You're like, what am I doing? What's going on? And the chip flies from your hand and locks itself into the mainframe. You're still connected to that place with 2 of them. And you just see the mother laugh. It's too late. Finally. And she just reaches out a hand and crushes Dionysus. Just literally in her normal visage, just grabs his face, and you hear a loud crack as he drops. And the droid next to you crumbles. And this whole tower starts to shake. And as the corruption clears from both of your minds, and you're fully cognizant of your actions again, and you're like blinking around, a large tentacle bursts from the ground of this tower. The armies of this city, of this world, try to fight back for a time. But within a week, everyone is part of their mother, as the apocalypse that has been called for since the city was hit by that asteroid has finally come. And with that, this has been Survival 20X3. We did not survive.
We did not survive.
Very
We died
much
so
not
hard.
so.
Two multiple deaths and a fully
Well,
corrupted,
shit.
and our best combat-based character was fully corrupted at the end.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's been a great campaign. Why don't we go around and do our outros? Gus, why don't you start it off?
I'm Gus, and I won't be here next week.
You know what? Fair. Anastasia.
I'm Anastasia, also known as @Anastasia Roland on all the platforms. I will be on Sundays on the Dice Cream Sandwich Twitch channel. You can find me on my TikTok and my Instagram, where I talk about books and TTRPGs and just all things that I like. So hopefully I see you there. And then I'll be at PAX Youth at the Darrington table. So if you want to come get some demos on how to play Daggerheart, I'll be there for like 6 hours a day. It'll be great. I'm going to be exhausted and I'm so excited to do it. And thank you, Paige, so much for running such a fun campaign for us.
From Eddie.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, known across the socials as your humble discount bard, Low-Key Entertainment. You can find me on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch. Right now I'm in the middle of my Tales of Fright series, where I run through all the scary games so that you don't have to, and you get to hear me scream like a little girl for your entertainment. Other than that, I bounce around various TTRPG channels like this one, getting to share the table with amazing folks like these, and I second the note. Paige, thank you so much for running an awesome game. This has been a blast, this has been terrifying, and I've been here for it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Let's pass it along.
Okay, Petra.
Hi, I'm Petra. I've played 2 characters. They've both died. It's been wonderful. If you want to see me do other things other places and not always die, you can find me over on Gamer to Girls channel at the Realm Walkers campaign, where I am currently playing Sid, who is a Knoll Barbarian. They're having a great time.
It was very hot. We love Sid. We stand Sid around here.
I'm also, you can find me on across all of social media at Free Apocalypse, but by trade I'm a writer. I do write a lot of short fiction, I write novels, etc., etc. If you'd like to see or hear me read one of my stories, I'll be doing a reading with a number of other trans feminine authors over for Embodied Exegesis, which is a cyberpunk anthology. We'll be doing that on the 3rd, so that'll be November 3rd. It's going to be a great time. As far as I'm aware, there's no charge to sign up, so sign up and let us know. You can find the link to it on all my social media. This, by the way, Paige, was exquisite. So good.
I'm glad you enjoyed me ending the road and killing all of you.
I mean, death by tentacle. If we had to go away,
Right?
Right?
What better
That's the
way?
way. That's the way to
If
go.
you have to die, die by Cthulhu. That's just...
Yeah, obviously. And of course, I am Paige, known as Pluto Cleric across all socials. I am a queer trans woman on a quest to run every game in the universe. I can finally mark Cy-Borg off of my list. Well, you can find me next tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central, is the next episode of my podcast on the same page, Lord Up with Friends, where we will have Faye, aka Gothic Fairy Cosplay, who plays Jezebel on Madeline's Dungeons and Demigods currently. And they came on to talk about the Salem witch trials, which, funny enough, the moment we started talking about it, my electricity went out only in the room where I was recording. And we had to start over. So, it's not creepy at all. Beyond that, I am on rotating Thursdays at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Central over on Eclipse 613 on Twitch on Javante's channel. I am playing a merfolk martial artist named Scarlet Rabot in a One Piece 5e game, which is a lot of fun. And Castleton Part 2 starts in 2 weeks. I may or may not have recorded my first session for that today, earlier before this. So, lots of fun stuff being put together for that, so tune in for that when that goes live. But with that, we won't be back here next week. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to rewatch, the final episode will be up this week on YouTube, so the full series will be up, all 5 episodes, and you can go back and watch. And go and follow all of my amazing players who took dying like a champ. But with that, we will see you guys later.